Hi guys, here is episode 13 on 30 days to get rich as a teenager. This episode is going to be about digital reselling and how you can start a business doing that. Let's get right into it. Alright, for digital reselling, you need somewhere to sell your products that you are reselling. So it's time to open up an eBay account. These are the reasons you should use eBay. The first reason is there are always people looking on eBay for things they want to buy. There's around 130 million active globally. So at one time, there's almost always 130 million people always looking for products on eBay. So that way you've got a really high chance of actually selling a product. The second thing about eBay, it already has built-in shipping. So you don't have to ship the product yourself or go to a USPS place or FedEx to ship them yourself. You just have to print out the label, put it on the box and set it outside your door, and they will pick up the thing and send it for you. Because that's really good, because if you don't have a car that you can drive to go to a place, you can just put it outside your door and they'll ship it for you. Especially compared to other platforms like Facebook, Craigslist, or Nextdoor, where you have to physically deliver the product yourself. But I guess if you were digital reselling big things like couches or those kind of things, but then you'd also need a truck for that and you'd have to deliver those yourself. So I think this is the best option for a teenager. And number 3, eBay is the top selling platform that always appears on Google searches. So if somebody's looking for something they want to buy on Google, eBay always pops up. So that's another way to help you be able to sell more items. And because of all that reach and because of how many people are always on it, and then the Google search, that will help you get even more clicks, which will help you have a higher chance to sell more products. And with eBay compared to Etsy, Etsy usually is just for handcrafted things or homemade items, but you can sell anything on eBay, whether it's handcrafted, homemade, or just anything that you find you want to sell, anything in your house or anything that you've stripped thrift shops or found that you fixed up. And that's all good information, but if you don't actually know how to start an account yourself, it's practically useless. So here is the step-by-step process on how to start an eBay account as a teenager. Now, so here's a step-by-step process on how to create an eBay account. Step 1, creating the account. Alright, so when you create your account, when you go to the ebay.com and go to create account, you're going to want to press the business option, because rather than for personal use, because that way it'll allow you to have more listings, get more settings, and add a business company name if you decide to go bigger later. And then step 2, signing up. When you sign up, you add in your name, your address, and your email, and then you create a password. Or if you do it with Google, Apple, or Facebook, you can just have all this. You can just press use Google, use Facebook, or use Apple, and it will already put in all the information for you, and that'll quicken up your time to create an account. And then you also don't have to remember any passwords, and it'll just do it for you, which makes it a lot easier. But thing to know, when you do it this way, it will still ask you for a verification. It will still ask you for a physical address or a phone number for verification, so to make sure you're not a robot or trying to hack into someone else's account. Alright, now step 4. Getting ready to sell. So you're going to need to link a checking account, give them your social security number, your taxpayer identification number, and maybe even a driver's license. So depending on how old you are, you might need to have your parents sign in an account for you, and then you'll be able to just do it all the rest on your own. They just have to sign into the account so that you're actually able to sell things. Okay, and that's all for all the steps, and you got yourself an eBay account. Now all you need to do is take a picture of your item, create a listing by taking pictures of your item first. Make sure you've got plenty of items so people can see it well. Put in the description and say what the item is, and it'll sell. Now, here are some good tips for you when you're starting your eBay account. One of the really good tip is to pick an actual username rather than just some random numbers and symbols that you found so that you didn't, because a lot of usernames were taken. Make sure you choose a real one of these so it sounds professional and people don't think you're just some kind of bot. And then another thing you can do is you can download the eBay app, which will make it a lot easier for you to see where your listings. It'll be easier for you to check your listings, put up listing, and know how well your shipping is going. And then the last tip is to check your spam in your email, to check spams on your email for eBay, because sometimes the emails go to spam. The great thing about this business is because on the financial side, you can put up basically any item and it has a super high chance to sell. And you can find this stuff for super cheap. You can find anything. Like if it's on the side of the road or next to someone's garbage and you decide to fix it up, or if it's at a thrift shop or just stuff you're not using anymore, you can sell anything. For the psychological side, every time you sell an item, especially if you got it for cheap or just something you're not using anymore, it just feels like sort of like free money. If it's something that you got for super cheap or just something you're not using that you just put up, and it's going to help you just want to keep doing this, and then you'll be able to make even more money. And there we go. And that's all for this one. I hope this was helpful for you and you were able to learn a lot. And if you like this content, then be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have plenty more of these videos coming in. Or we also have a bunch of ones that are already previously come out, and you can be sure to have a look at those.